So I promised you a rant video, and this is gonna be the closest I get to doing one. Probably not gonna be as ranty as most people think it is. Basically, I have such big issues with people who lie about what they're trying to sell. I know everyone does, that's not a hot take or anything, but there are several parts to this. One part is the title for the deal that I bought with the pottery glazing class. It's not a glazing class if you are not the one doing the glazing. I wouldn't say, hey, let's go to a cheese making class and then expect for the entire time I'm there told about cheese. That's a bad example because that's still a class. You're still learning something. My other problem is with Groupon in general, with the amount of emails they send out. And I know that when you sign up for emails, you should expect to get emails, and I do, but I don't expect to get the flood of emails and the contents therein. I continue to get the same code for the same deal over and over and over again, and the first time it worked, but every subsequent time, even though there has been a gap in between, and where it would be reasonable to think that you've gotten a new deal, and it gets kind of frustrating. I think this is mostly just a rant kind of geared toward myself, but at the same time still geared towards them, because they could definitely work on this. If you are in customer service, particularly if you are on like a helpline or something like that, it is reasonable to assume that you are probably going to get lots of questions, and you are probably not always going to be treated well. I'm not saying that is a good thing, and I'm not saying that you should be okay with that happening all the time, but I am saying that you should be used to it and you should know how to handle it. And that if you can't handle it, you should hand it off to someone else who can. I have previously worked in customer service, so I know how annoying it can be when a customer is talking to you and they have a problem, but you can do nothing about it. And you've told them that, but they aren't listening. They think that if they ask you enough or they demand enough, that you will magically be able to fix the thing. That's not how it works. One particular instance, I was talking to this gentleman via the chat function, and I had been asking him a question, and I was in the middle of typing out really long responses, because my thought is if I give all of the information at once, you can take that. This is all of the information that you need. Here you go, you can fix it. It'll take less time for both of us. And it's like they don't read it because they keep asking the same question. So I was in the middle of a response. Nothing had been resolved yet. I was in the middle of typing out my response, and the gentleman, it had been less than a minute since I had responded, and he said, "Hey, it seems like it's been a while since you've said anything. Are you still there?" And I'm like, it's not going to take me very long to finish this, so I'm not going to say anything yet. Less than a minute after he sent that last one asking if I was still there, he said, "Okay, it looks like you're not here anymore. I'm going to end the chat," and then immediately ended the chat. The whole thing was just gone. And then when you get a transcript of the conversation that you just had, it doesn't have any time codes. It doesn't have basically anything. It has the person's name, it has your name, and then what you said. It was about 2.5 minutes in between when I had said something last and when he ended the conversation, and that's not enough time for anyone. I'm fed up with coupon sites, which is very unfortunate because I'm on a budget right now, and if I want to be able to do anything, I need to in the smartest way possible. In a lot of cases, it's just cost. And in some cases, in many cases, it is cost versus value. And I can understand that. in general, I try to get the best deal. I'm fed up. I think after I use all of the Groupons, all of the deals that I have right now, I'm done. I'm gonna try my hardest to never use them again because they're not worth it, all things considered. If they're going to be misrepresenting themselves and then be very short with you when you're trying to talk to someone over customer service. Earlier today, I was trying to set up an appointment for one of the deals that I have. So I went to the page on Groupon specifically that has all of your deals, and I grabbed the phone number and I called, and the first thing that I heard was, "This number isn't really a number." And I'm like, oh, well, maybe it needs to have a 1 in front of it. I tried calling that. It didn't work. I tried putting the 1 in front of it. It did not work. I ended up going to the company's website and finding an entirely different number. So I called that number. I had to leave a message. When they were giving me office hours, the office hours were entirely different than the ones that are posted on Groupon. Like, I looked on their website. The website and the answering machine have the same phone number and hours and days and everything. Groupon had none of that right. So now I'm worried that I just spent a whole bunch of money on a deal that's not even gonna work because none of their information is correct. I left a message about how I wanted to set up an appointment and how I would like them to call me back when they get the chance. I also said at the very end, I'm like, hey, just so you know, I got this deal through Groupon. They have your phone number completely wrong. They have, I think, the address completely wrong. And they have the hours that you're open completely wrong. They have days on there that you don't normally have. You say that you don't open until 1 o'clock in the afternoon. They say that you're open at 10 o'clock in the morning. And I feel like part of the problem is not just communication between me and Groupon or me and the company which I am buying the Groupon for. It is between the company and the deal website. Y'all need to get your shit together, because how do you expect people to continue to buy these? That was such a dumb question. You expect people to continue to buy them because you are giving really, really low prices comparatively. All of that to say, I'm going to try and not use Groupon anymore after I have used all of my other ones. I set up an appointment for a separate Groupon. That's not going to be happening until beginning of December. I have another one that probably going to start it in December as well. The next video is going to be about clothes again. And I know I've done a lot of videos about clothes and clothes construction, but I'm going to do another one about different outfits that I'm going to be wearing this weekend. And then hopefully I will have a couple of other actually interesting videos that I will be putting up sporadically throughout. So I hope this was enough of a rant video. I filmed this so many times because it got to a point where I was just incoherent with what I was saying. None of it made any sense. Anyway, I hope you guys are having a great day. Oh! I don't know if you saw this, but this is just so cute that I need to show it off. It's a pin that's a coffin with a bunch of candies. It's so cute. It's a Halloween pin. Oh, it's so cute. Yay, Halloween. Anyway, see my box, my candy box up here. It's a magical time of year. Bye.